Hey guys, this is Chris coming to you with an update. This is a little bit later than I was planning to post this video, but it's still better than nothing at all. So I'm going to go ahead and let you all know what changes I have experienced being 1 month on testosterone. I took some notes, so I'm going to read through them a little bit. So I'll start with hair growth. So I already had some body hair, particularly a little bit of a mustache. I'm on my phone, so you really can't see it that well. But what I'm noticing is that it's filling in more on the sides and extending more than it was before. So it's definitely growing. As far as my chin hair, my girlfriend said today that I'm getting a little scruffier, so that's also filling in more. What I'm noticing both with the mustache and my chin is that my hair fills in more on the right side, I think, than the left side. So I'm going to keep the mustache, the makings of it, here. I'll insert a picture so you all can actually see what it looks like. But I'm going to let that do its thing for now. But I'm probably going to shave this because it looks a little crazy because it's not really connecting. It's just like patch here, patch there, not really coming together. That's the first change that I want to talk about. Definitely noticing some more hair growth. It's extending a little bit down my neck too. Other things that are growing as far as hair, I already had a little bit of a happy trail, but it's starting to extend up, so now it's like coming further up my stomach. I'm kind of thinking I might end up having a hairy stomach. What else? So I have little hairs on my arm. If you can look, you can see it a little bit. So I have hairs on my arm, but I don't really have hair on my upper arms, but I'm seeing a little bit of hair sprouting up there too. Same thing with my thighs. There's a little hair there, but there's never been a lot, so I think it's starting to come in a little bit more. What else? My leg hair seems to be like longer and thicker. I stopped shaving a while ago, so it's been doing its thing anyway, but it seems longer and thicker. And also my nose. I don't know if I can show you all. I'm on my phone, but my nose hair kind of comes out a little bit. And I always had nose hair, but it was never this intense. But now it's like starting to spill out of my nose a little bit. So that's all for facial hair and body hair in general. Something else that I've noticed is my voice. So I would say around week 2, it had a little bit of a voice drop, but then there'd be other times where it would sound higher, like what it sounded like pre-T, and it was kind of fluctuating. But being 4 months now, there's definitely been at least one drop. When I went to my therapist last week, she said that she could hear it in my voice a little bit, so it's definitely changing. When I finish updating you all, I'm going to insert pictures of my makings of a mustache and my chin, and I'm also going to insert clips of my voice at 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and a month, just so you all can compare. Something else that's changed, my girlfriend was taking pictures of volume growth for a while, but we haven't been doing it lately, so I can't really say if it's grown much since the last picture, but in general, since pre-T to now, it's significantly bigger, I would say, and maybe a little bit thicker. It's definitely more sensitive, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to go into too much detail because I know people don't always feel comfortable talking about volume growth because it might make you more dysphoric than you already are, so I'll leave that at that. Acne is definitely a thing for me as well. I had acne growing up, and even in my adult life I've had it, but I've been able to control most of my breakouts in my adult life. But what I would say about acne now is that like my face is a whole lot oilier. Before starting T, I had combination skin, so I would say like this part of my face, the T-zone as my girlfriend calls it, that was always kind of oily, but other parts of my face were really dry, and now my whole face is just oily all the time. So how I balance that is I wash my face twice a day usually, and if I can help it 3 times a day, I use a brand called Formula 1006. What I do is I'll use a facial like cleanser, and it has it's actually like a scrub, so it like wipes away dead skin, and there is oatmeal and zinc, so it like helps with shine and oiliness and impurities, and it draws that all out. That's actually upstairs. I'm not gonna run and get it right now, but look up Formula 1006 and you'll find this and the cleanser that I use. It's like a daily scrub. So I'll do the daily scrub first, and then I use a cotton like swab or a cotton ball, and I put this on too, and I try to focus it on my problem areas. I think I have gotten a better handle on the acne as well. So next thing I'm going to talk about is body odor and sweat. So I've been going to the gym consistently since last May. That's when I first got my membership to Planet Fitness. So I've been going since then. I've been more consistent about going to the gym this year, I would say, as far as like going 3 to 4 times a week. Really aiming for 4 though. But one thing I've noticed is that when I'm there, I sweat really easily. Like within 15 minutes, I'm like sweating. Like shirt is starting to get soaked. My face is ridiculous, and like sweat gets into my eyes and everything. So with that, I've noticed that like not only do I sweat faster, I feel like my sweat smells really intense, and that might be too much information, TMI. But it's just like, I don't know. I think I sweat fast. I smell kind of bad, and usually when I come home, I have to shower right away. Going off of that, I think my strength has also increased too. So I think I'm able to lift more. I'm not necessarily to the triple digits. I'm not lifting 100 or anything, but I feel like I'm able to push myself to do both more sets and more reps, which is pretty nice. Sets are just like how many times you lift something. Reps is like repeating that set number of like repeating the number of lifts that you do. So if I'm doing, let me see, biceps curl, I might do 3 reps that have, I'm sorry, 3 sets that have 10 reps each. And initially I might have done only 5 or 7, to give you all an example. So I think I can do more without giving out, and I also feel like I can lift more, and I can push myself further. Something else that's changed is my sex drive. I would say it was like pretty average to like pretty low, like not like non-existent prior to starting to see like I had something, but it wasn't something that I really thought about much. Whereas now I feel like I'm not trying to think about it, but it's just there. So that's something that's definitely gone up. As far as mental and emotional changes, I'm still early on, so I can't answer these parts as well, but I'll tell you what I've felt and experienced so far. So mentally, I feel pretty good. I feel more at peace, and just like that, I'm starting to look more like I feel. And even though other people are not seeing it yet, it'll get there soon. So I feel pretty good. I am still meeting with a therapist though. So I know some trans people will go to therapy only to the extent that it gets them their letter to start HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy, or to the extent that they're able to get their letter for some kind of gender affirming surgery. Me personally, I want those things, but I also had been thinking that I need to see a therapist for a while, even before coming to this conclusion. So I don't plan on stopping my therapy visits. I'm just not going to go twice a month. I'm going to go at minimum once a month, and just depending on what comes up or how I feel, I might then decide to make that 2 times a month as things come up. So emotionally, what I'll say about this is I'm on a bi-weekly schedule, and being that I'm on a bi-weekly schedule, as I'm getting closer and closer to the end of my 2-week period, I feel like I can sometimes feel moody or anxious or tired. And when I get blood work done, I'm gonna talk to my endocrinologist to see if maybe I can switch to weekly shots or bare minimum a shot every 10 days. Just cause like it's a lot to get 50 and be feeling good and then knowing that you have to wait 14 days to get the next one. And I've been managing, like I'm not to the point where I can't function, but I can definitely tell a difference as it's getting closer to the end of that cycle. I can feel myself being tired or like unmotivated, really anxious and wanting to have access to the next shot. So I'm gonna see what happens. So far, that's all I've experienced. I will let you all know if anything else comes up when I make my next video. So like I told you all in the last video, I'm actually going to be injecting again on Monday because this past shot did not work as well. So something else that's changing. I don't know if you all heard that, but my voice sometimes will crack and do some things while I'm talking. But anyways, Monday I'm going to be recording another video and it will be of me doing my shot. So I got my new needles today and they are the same gauge, 21, but they're longer, 1.5 inches instead of just 1. So what I'm gonna do is use my smaller needles, which are only 1 inch, and that's how I'm gonna draw up the testosterone. And then I'm going to take off that needle, cap it, and discard it, and I'm gonna put on one of the longer needles to actually inject with. And that should do 2 things. One, putting on a fresh needle should decrease the pain because the needle won't be dulled from having drawn up the testosterone. And 2, the new needles should be long enough to actually get deeper into my muscle, and that way I'll be able to inject all of the testosterone this time instead of having some of it leak out. So be on the lookout for that video coming out on Monday. In the meantime, I hope you all have a great weekend and that you'll take the time to check out this video, rate, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned. Peace. Hi, my name is Chris, and this is my voice on May 29th, 1 week on testosterone. Hi, this is Chris, and this is my voice 2 weeks and 2 days on testosterone. Hi, my name is Chris, and this is my voice 3 weeks and 2 days on testosterone. Hi, my name is Chris, and this is my voice 4 weeks and 4 days on testosterone.